Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. I'm doing a fabric haul today, so if you want to check out what's inside this bag, please stay tuned. I am so excited to be back on YouTube. It's been so long. So before I go any further, I want to say thank you for all of the support that I've received. I've been away from YouTube because of the Bear Factory, but I finished up on December 24th of 2020 all of those bear orders that I had, and so I was really excited about it. If you want to see the last few bears, do put it in the comments. I may do a video of all 39 of the bears just in order back to back on the pictures, so we'll see how that works out. But what I did to celebrate the end of Bear Factory 2020 was I took a little vacation to Blue Ridge, Georgia. I will put just a few pictures of my adventures here in the video. But if you really want to have a little bit more information about what I did while I was there, please follow me on Instagram. I'm at Erica Selman on Instagram, so check that out. And I'll document a little bit of the things that I did while I was there. One thing that I like to do when I travel is I like to visit quilt shops that are in that local area. And so while I was in Blue Ridge, there was one quilt shop that I was able to visit. And so I want to show you what I purchased from there. It was a very nice shop. It's called Vector Quilt Shop or Vector Quilting or something like that. And it is the one that I went to is in Ellijay, but they have two locations. The first location was in Cartersville, but I went to the one in Ellijay. So when you're driving up there, the driving is just gorgeous because it's mountains and it is just lovely. And when I went to the quilt shop, I had a really great time. The owner's grandson, Carson, was working. The owner was there as well. I only know her as Nana. I don't know her actual name because that's what Carson called her. But I wanted to shout out Carson on this video today because he is a brand new quilter. And he has been working on the long arm with, I guess it's his grandfather, I'm not sure, but he's already been trying out the long arm, and he actually worked on the long arm before he made his first quilt. But I'm so excited because he let me take a picture of him with his first quilt. I'm going to put it in the video here so that you can check him out. The pattern that he did is called Turning 20, and there are several books about that pattern, and it uses a fat quarter set. So please shout Carson out in the comments. He did a great job on his first quilt. I'm really happy with it. I mean, it's not mine, of course, but I love the way it looks. And Carson, you did a great job, and it was great to meet you while I was at your grandma's shop in Ellijay. Now, I was able to purchase a few items from that shop, and I actually took 2 trips there. So when I went the first time, I had a couple of things that I wanted to look for, and that was some backing fabric. Now, you've probably seen these quilts before, and I'll put pictures of them in the video here just to remind you what they look like. So the main thing that I wanted to do was get some backing fabric. This is for my Bargello. This is my Bargello quilt that I started a while ago, and I finished it out last year. And so I wanted to choose a backing fabric for this one. And then I wanted to get a backing fabric for my Jamaican sunrise quilt. If you've been following my channel, you know that I had already purchased some fabric for this, but it wasn't right. So I'm gonna use that fabric on a different quilt, but I wanted to get something else to go with these 2 quilts. All right, and I'll put a picture of the Jamaican sunrise quilt in the video here, just in case you don't remember it. So Carson was a huge help in helping me choose my fabrics because I just needed somebody to talk it through with. Okay, so I'm going to show you the 2 fabrics that I ended up choosing as backings for these quilts. So the first one is for the Bargello, and we kind of went round and round for several different options. Carson actually picked one that had all of the colors in it, but it was this salmon color in the background, and it was not an extra wide piece. So I was kind of like, I would prefer an extra wide piece. But what I ended up choosing was this. It says 3 yards, queen size, 110 backing, and it says Batula R.I. I don't know. Okay, but it's called Fit for a Queen, www.westtradetextiles.com. So this is a 3-yard cut of the extra wide backing. And I think it's going to be really nice with this quilt because it does have the greens here in it. And also it's really subdued and calming. So I think it's going to be a great backing for this quilt, which is also very calm and subdued, except for those pops of color. But I was really happy with this and the way it turned out. And we had a lot of fun. When I was choosing this one, I had to put it to the side and then go to this one for a minute just so that I could get my bearings a little bit. Both of the pieces that we picked were very awesome and would have looked great with the quilt, but I'm happy with the way that this one turned out. All right, and now for the Jamaican Sunrise quilt. The challenge with this quilt, let me show you. I'm going to grab the other fabric that I had chosen. Okay, so this is one that I ordered from Missouri Star, and hopefully as you look at it, you can tell that it's already too dark. So I just didn't think it would work, and I was really concerned about it. Also, the binding that I'm going to use for this quilt is yellow. And so when I put the yellow next to this backing, it is not going to work. It's going to be it's going to look awkward. It's going to be weird. So I didn't want to go with this. So when I went to, this is going to go on my alphabet quilt. I'll put a picture of the alphabet quilt here, and I'll put a link to that pattern in the description box, so that if you want to check out that alphabet quilt and the pattern, you can. All right, so this is what we finally chose for the backing for the Jamaican Sunrise quilt. Check it out. It is a Moda Grunge. I don't know the color of it, like what it's actually called. Let me see if it's on here. It doesn't say on the selvage what the actual colorway is. But what I like about it is that it has a blue, but it also has the yellow in it. So once I put it next to this binding fabric, that yellow is going to pop out just a little bit. It's going to be gorgeous. So I can't wait to put this together. The only thing is that this one is not it's not extra wide, so I am going to have to piece the back, which is okay. It's fine. I should have plenty of fabric to do that. I ended up getting 6 yards. It was like 6 yards and then whatever was left on the bolt. So I know I have enough. If I can help not piecing a back, I prefer not to, but I think this is going to be just fine for the back. Okay? Now, one interesting and fun thing that Vector Quilts does for you, because I bought these two on my first trip, is that they give you a coupon. Actually, I ended up getting 2 coupons for a return visit. And they kind of expire pretty quick, and so I wanted to, on my way back home, stop by there again and use those coupons. It's a trick to get you back in there, but it was fine because I do like the store, and I just loved Carson. He was so cute and so sweet, and he helped me out. So when I went back the second time, they actually had 20% off of all the fabric with like a minimum 1 yard cut, which is great. And I had 2 coupons. I had a $3 off coupon, and then I had a 10% off your total purchase coupon. So for the fabric, I'm gonna let me put a quilt here, or I'm gonna put this back in here so that you can hopefully see the fabric. But I am gonna take a picture of each piece because the other thing that I needed was some neutrals. I needed some white or some beige or whatever. But what I ended up choosing was mostly whites, I don't know, I didn't see a lot of beige that I was interested in, but I didn't really look hard. But I knew I needed some white for a project that I'm working on right now. So I will, I'm gonna hold these out. I don't know how well you can see them, but like I said, I will take a picture of them. These are all tone on tone white. This one is scroll, and I love a nice scroll pattern. Scrolls and stars are my go-to favorite patterns. All right, and I ended up getting 2 pieces because there was so little left on the bolt. So I went ahead and got both of those. And this one is another grunge. And I like it because it has a little bit of like a little bit of beige and a little bit of gray. So it's going to be a nice neutral for one of my projects or several of my projects. I ended up, these are at least 1 yard. This one is more than 1 yard just because it was what was left on the bolt. And then this one, oh, I'll have to take a picture of it for you to see it closely. It does have a little bit of pattern. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is a tone on tone. And then I got this batik, and normally batiks are not my thing, but when I saw this one, I just had to have it. And hopefully you can see this one pretty easy on camera because it has that darker gray. So for these, I was able to use my $3 off coupon. Since they were already 20% off, I couldn't add the 10% on top of that, but I used my $3 off. And then for my 10%, I actually got a batting. And I don't think I've ever used this brand of batting before. So it says Hobbs Tuscany Collection. Okay, and it says the ultimate quilt batting. It says that you can quilt up to 4 inches apart. So for whatever I'm doing with this one, it's going to have to be, excuse me, like an all over pattern or fairly dense quilting, which is fine. I can live with that. The only thing that it does say, ideal for medium or dark fabrics. So I'm not sure if I can use it or if I want to use it with my Bargello quilt, but I do have several quilts that do need to be quilted that are medium to dark, so I'm sure it'll be fine. But I was really happy to get some, but I just didn't know what I wanted to do with that 10% off coupon. I was debating pre-cuts, but you always need, I always need some quilt batting because there are always unfinished quilt tops. Now there's one more thing that I want to share on my haul, and that is that I went to downtown Blue Ridge, and they have all of these really cute, wonderful shops. I may put some pictures of where I shop, but I won't show you exactly everything that I got. You have to follow me on Instagram to see that. But I was able to look, they have all of these like flea market kind of places. So if you go in, and the one I went to was the Blue Mountain Mall or Blue Ridge Mountain Mall, something like that. And when I went in, it was a lot of booths, like flea market kind of booths. So I was looking and just kind of seeing what was around. There were several places that I went where there were completed quilts, but I hadn't really budgeted for that, and I don't really collect antique quilts or vintage quilts, but there were a lot of them there. So if you're interested in some quilts, go to Blue Ridge. They got some there. But I did find something very cool in one of the booths, and I purchased it. It was $5, and it is the Star Log Cabin book by Eleanor Burns. And I checked the dates of it, and this one was published in 1995. So it's pretty old, but I've seen, if you follow the Quilts in a Day channel, she's shown this quilt several times, the Log Cabin Star, and I love the Log Cabin, and I might be interested in using this book to make the quilt. So, but it was really neat to find something like that there. I just like having another quilt resource in my collection. So, I'm really excited about 2021. Happy New Year. I should have said that at the beginning. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope that you had a great holiday season. Please be safe in the new year. Put in the comments, you know, what are your goals? What are your plans? I have not made my goals for 2021 video yet. It is coming soon, hopefully. and I'm ready to get started. As a matter of fact, after I get this video uploaded, the Bear Factory is opening right back up because I already have some orders to start the year. So I'm really happy with everything that I was able to find. Check out Vector Quilts. They're at vectorquilts.com. And it's really, I'm excited about the year that's coming. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!